So in the last class we have seen about color correction. Okay, options are there in the color correction. We have seen about that all things. So anyone is having any doubt? Bharat and Pavani, is there any doubt from the last class? Okay. Okay. So, so just we'll take like a revision type ones about the color correction part. What are the tools and how you can go with the color correction. So basically, for the color correction purpose, we need a adjustment layer. So that adjustment layer you can get. See now here we are not able to see the that adjustment layer. So we can come into the windows and you can take a adjustment from here, which will show you the adjustment layer. Okay, or what you can do, you can come into your layers at the bottom of your layer. There is a third option which is for the adjustment purpose. So you can use the adjustment from here directly to do the adjustment. Now in the adjustment layer, if you come into the adjustment layer, we have a brightness, levels, curves, vibrance, exposure, hue saturation, then color balance, black and white, photo filters, channel mixer, color lookup, invert, posterize, threshold, selective color and gradient one. So these all the options we use it for the color correction purpose only. Okay. Now basically when you are doing a color correction, your color correction will be based on some things like basically when we do a color correction, we have a two types. We basically do the color correction on two things. One is H. So we do on the two things, that is a uh, highlights. నాకు తెలీదు అన్న మనది నాకు తెలీదు అది వెంకీకి అడగండి నాకు తెలీదు mid light and shadow lights. So these are the three things on which we do the color correction. And the second thing is we do with the color correction on the RGB, which is red, green, blue. है So whenever you do the color correction, we have to go with the channel parts also. These are called channels. है And these are called lights. Lights. है So we do the color correction on these two things. Now basically when you want to do a color correction, how you can do a color correction? So for doing a color correction, I will just I'll make one thing. I'll take one image and I will show you the color correction procedure. So to do the color correction, bride raw footage. So raw footages. So you can get some raw footages from here also. Okay, you can get everywhere. Just you have to check out what type of footage you want to. So we can mostly why I'm showing wedding footages because mostly we work on the wedding footages. Color correction, the thing mostly we do with the wedding footages only. Okay, we do with the other footage also, but it depends on the requirement. So suppose like this some footage is there, or like this some footage is there. So which is like a normal footage, but I want to do the color correction. So now to do the color correction, the first trick what you have to do, we have to make a balance. You have to balance the colors. So to balance the colors, we'll come into the adjustment layer. Uh, yeah, we'll go to the adjustment layer, and the adjustment first take a level. This is a very simple trick. If you will follow this trick, it will make you easy to understand about color correction. So I'll go to the red channel. So you can see here little bit balancing is not proper. See now here there is gap, then it is coming a straight line. So if it is having a going one particular, you are able to see the one grade and then it is coming straight, you can just leave it and you can keep it little bit forward from where it is starting. So now you can see it's balanced. Yeah. So now this is the original footage. We are balanced the colors. Now here what I want to do, I want to do the color correction. So in the color correction, I want to balance the colors. Little bit I want to increase the red toning because it is the indoor shoot, and in a indoor we are able to see the lighting. So artificial lighting, red lighting only we want to see it. So for that all thing. Okay, I'm blue. Yeah. Now you can see. And little bit I want to increase the exposure. So in the exposure, you are going to show your highlights and the shadow. So don't increase much more. If you are increasing much more, then it is going to be some. So just it should show the particular that what we call the highlights of the image. So now you can see the changes. So this is the original balance, curves, exposure. So lightly it's making your image little bit much more highlight. And to increase it much more, you can add a vibrance. So vibrance will help you to make all the colors bright. So you can't make like this, you know, because it will make a very weird photo. So when you will do, you have to use a tricks. So again it is reducing. Okay, so it's now. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Now after that, if you want, okay, now this thing is done. Now here, I want to do my background should be black and white. Okay, so you want a black and white to the background. Select the image. Take a black and white. Mm. Now it's looking black and white. But here I want my character should be in color and the background should be black and white. So if we have got it, just go to the masking. Take a brush. You can use a trick also here. See, now you got a black and little bit I want to make a background blur. है ना? So I need a blur background. So what you will do? You will make a one image and I will make that go to the filter blur lens blur. Yeah, this much blurriness is okay. Now you can see it's looking in the front, no problem. So now here one more thing I will do it. So now your background is blur and your character is in a focus. I did the masking to this layer. So like this you can do the color correction trick. This is some small tricks. You can make it in much more better stylization, whatever you wanted. Okay. So ఒకసారి try చేస్తే you will come to know. So today we are going to see with the last class we have seen about the tools. है ना? So tools అందరికి అన్ని అర్థమైందా? है ना? It's clear with the basic. So today we are going to do the main part of a color correction. Like we are going to use a color correction in enhancing way. Enhancing way means like how we can understand the color correction in much better way. So for that, we are going to make a manipulation of a day image into night. Means the whatever the day image is there, we are going to convert that image into a night format. Okay, which is going to be a little bit challenging for us. So I'll just make my image little bit bigger. Sorry, canvas. And it is big. So I want one city image. Mm, I want an empty area actually. So you can plan something like this. See, now you can't use like this images, है ना? Because it is already they have manipulated and highlighted. So that's why if you will try to do the color correction, this area is going to make you a much more problematic while doing the color correction. And so be careful while, okay, now this image, it's look good. I can go with this particular image for the color correction. So copy. Okay. So this is the image on which I'm going to do the color correction. So while doing the color correction, first notice what things you can see in your where you have to add a light, where you have to understand the things, you have to understand all the things. Like here are the some street lights. So you have to understand about this street light, this. Then here also there is a small light. Okay. And there is a, see, now you can't show light here because it is a wooden door. So you can show this window. Here it is there and here it is there. And in the opposite also you can't show because there are no lights. Okay, there is a small red color light. So you can show like a red color light, but there is a shutter. So it means your light is not going to come out from there also. So mostly your lights are going to pass from one direction only. In some images you will be able to see two straight lights which will follow from both the direction. Right? Now to work on this image, how you can work. So you can take a reference also. If you will take a reference of a night street, you can make it in a better way. You know? So now to do the color correction, first I'm going to make a duplicate and I will just log this duplicate because so that I'm going to, in the last I'm going to show before and after. So that thing. And in case suppose my image is getting deleted, I will be having my this one image so that I can regenerate it and I can use it again. I don't need to import it again somewhere. So for that thing. So now the first thing. So actually in some images you will be able to see the sky. So first you have to replace the sky also in that part. For example, if I will get something image like this, I would like to take something like this also. So you can see here it is a sky visible. Which one? Is Yeah, you can take this also. But ఇక్కడ public ఉంది కదా. That will affect. That's why. మనకి empty street ఉంటే you can concentrate properly on that particular area. If you are taking with the public, okay, public is okay, that is not a big deal, but your work will be increased. So you have to replace the sky also. For example, now this is the image. I will just show in this. I will show the replacement of a sky. So here, okay. Now you want to replace the sky. You have to make a selection with the polygon or lasso. So you can use a quick selection tool. Yeah. But it should be have a perfect selection. See here it is missing. So some of the small areas if it is missing no problem. But detailing area if it is missing then it can be a problem. So I made a quick selection. I will go to the last polygon tool, addition. So try. Okay, delete it. Or you can use it like a mask. So you'll get something like this. And invert. Like this, you can remove the sky and you can add another sky and you can Now when you will add a sky, whatever the color of your sky is there, you have to use that color only for it. So I think so this image only will do it because there are many things to be done. So I will work on this image only. Okay, this is the shot. Okay. Now I have removed the sky. So first I want to bring one sky so that I can make it into night scene. Okay, duplicate it into. I made it. Okay, now I got the sky. So now sorry, I want to add a sky. So we'll get one sky image. So now, so here if you see, it's a rainy season. So I want to get a night of a rainy season cloudy, little bit cloudy or little bit rainy season means it will have a blue toning mostly. Yeah. So you can say blue with the blue toning little bit. But the perspective view also you want the same perspective view. Now what is the perspective view mean? The thing when you're watching any particular thing, the direction of that particular thing, how it is. Now it's a one point perspective. So yes, I should also go in that particular direction also. So I want to find out something image like this that which should match with my that particular direction. So you can see this. Okay, that is okay. This is also okay. So I can copy. So now here I want to cut out this particular area. So what I will do, I will take a selection tool, make a box, and I will tell mask, invert mask, and I will bring it at the bottom. So your sky is getting. Now after getting a sky, I want to make a night scene to my this image. Now when you want to make a night scene, you have to select this layer. So how you will select it? You will not select on the main image. You have to select it on a mask part. Okay, select the mask area, because in the mask area, what area you have made, you will be able to select that only. If I will select this area, this will select the whole image. That's why. So I'll make select the mask, and now I want to create a night scene. You know? So when I want to create a night scene, I will just keep my sky. Okay, I will keep it here only. So now I want to create a night scene to this area. So I'll come into the adjustment. Sorry, I'll come into the adjustment, and here it is one option called color lookup. So I'll directly come into the color lookup and 3D LUT. I'll go and tell night. See, so you can make it night, moonlight. Okay, late sun. So what type of, so I need a night. Okay, but now also actually, okay, now this thing is done, but now also here one problem is that when it is a night scene, you will be not able to see this much clarity. Clarity you will be not able to see this much. Okay, your clarity will be till here because your camera is near to that door, but the other things will be not that much clear. It will go a little bit to fade out. Okay? So I want to make that particular. So what I will do, I will come here, select the layer again, and in this I will add a brightness contrast. Okay. Sorry, first actually I did one wrong thing. Just a second. I will just do. First I will take a color lookup. Yeah, levels. Okay. So you can see that colors are mostly good. No, no. So you can see my colors are with good quality only. Yeah. So it's with good quality. You know. Now in this I will need to mask this area. And now then after doing balancing the colors, now I can use my color lookup. Yeah. And after using a color lookup with the help of brightness, or you can use a curves. Okay. But now when you will check out here, you are able to see a blue toning also here. Okay, your sky is blue, so you can, but this much it will not make reflection. So I'll go completely to the blue tone. Red tone, green tone. Okay. After doing this thing, now I will use a brightness to balance it much more. Okay. Done. Now this is the basic way to do the color correction. है ना? Actually their lighting is coming different, and in my lap, in my screen it's coming with the different lighting. So because of color values it can change, you know. So now here after doing this thing, now the next thing what I want to do here is I want to create a light, so that I can create do the lighting also. So to create a light, what I can do, I can just switch off this all the lightings and I will come into the original. So wherever you want to create a light, just have a look. సో ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉందా, ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉందా, ఇక్కడ ఒకటి ఉందా, వన్ ఈజ్ హియర్, 1 2 3, 1 2 3, so I'm able to 3 and this is 4, which is very far away, you know. And at the opposite direction there I'm not able, here it is there something, it's a light or what, I'm not, huh? లైట్ లేదు కదా, అది ఉంటాయి కదా వాల్ దగ్గర అంటిస్తారు, అలాంటి ఏం లైట్ ఉన్నాయి లేవు కదా. Okay, so we'll take the lights are on the other this side, on the left hand side. Okay, now I want to create a light effect. So to create a light effect we have to take a brush, new layer, and where is the light. So before taking a light, I want to do one thing more. I want to make a selections for all the light areas, or you can just a second. I'll make a duplicate of this layer. Control J, bring it at the top. Control J, bring it at the top. This one, this one, this one, and this one. So these are the things which I'm going to use it for a lighting. Okay. Now little bit I want to make it clear. So I'll just off it. I will take a brush or a lasso tool. Properly I will cut it. Pen tool వాడుకోవచ్చు. But in the place of pen tool, I think so this will be the better option for you. In what? Perfect cutting. Okay, I did one here and why I am doing this for the reflection purpose, that when light I will keep a light, the reflection should be available only on these things only. What I am selecting on that area only. Yeah. Okay, so you can see this. Now, what I want to do, I want to make the lights highlighted. So, like my light is going to come inside from this area, so that area will be brighter. है ना? What happens when we keep a light? The bulb, where is the bulb or anything is there, that area is going to be the brighter, and the light which is reflecting out, it will spread. So here I have to create a three types of toning: hard tone, mid tone, and soft tones. So soft tones will be the main edges spreading, and all the lights comes in a round color, round only, and according to the dimension of your reflection, it will. So now it's a square. So when your light will release, it will release in that particular direction. Little bit here we have to think scientifically and practically. We have to think. We have to visualize and we have to think while doing these all things. So just I will take here one polygon. Yeah, and new layer, and I will just give a color here. So now what color you want to? I want to give yellow only, because yellow, mostly street light comes with the yellow orange color. So I will give something like this only. So I will go with some, yeah, apply. But little bit I will apply a feather also, because it is coming too hard. That's it. So feather one. Yeah. Now it's looking better. So one thing here. Now here you can see when I will create a lights here, it should be inside that box area. So I will create a new layer again. Here also the same. Now it is a very far away, so it doesn't matter that you are showing a box or what. because it's far away means it will show you a blur lighting only. So that's why it doesn't matter with the detailing of that area. So but it is the nearest thing, so it will matter for your detailing. Now I have got the main light. Now what I will do here, I will create a mm, I will create one brush, soft brush, and I will make my brush softer. It's coming hard. Okay, it's in pencil brush. So this, but it should be a box lighting. So I will take a box. I'll take a new layer, feather. So 5, but better than this, I will use this brush only. So it's going, how it is going far, your light will get smaller. Now what I want to do, okay, I got the thing, but here one thing is that I want to reduce the, so now here you can see it will not get visible that much. Okay, so I will reduce the little bit opacity. Why I'm reducing the opacity? So that I can show light, because light will reflect. That's why. So you can use the opacity or we can use the blending modes to show that thing. This thing. Okay. Now when your light is coming here, it means it is going to reflect on the walls. Okay. And so to reflect it on the wall, what I will do here, again I will take a new layer this time. Again I will make a duplicate of this layer, Control J. I'll bring it at the top of my light. So for now I'm bringing it at the top. Just make a selection, mask it. I'll rename it as a light reflection. Light reflection. Okay. Now here what I will do, I'll just bring it at the bottom of my light. So wherever the light is coming, you can see the light. Okay, and one more thing I will do, I will change the color of this wall also. So the same color, I will take one solid color on a new layer, Control D, and I will blend this color also on the wall. This thing is okay, I think. Now what I will do here, after coming here, I will just make it Control E. So why I am making it Control it, so that it can go in one particular layer, that's why. Merging. And I will use a masking. Again I will use a masking in this mask, and I will take a eraser brush. Yeah. Now what I want to do here is, where the light is coming, I will create only reflection for that area. So like we'll start from the bottom. So now my light is here. So that light reflection should come on the bottom. But When it will come at the bottom, it will be lighter. It will be not much more dark. So I will decrease the opacity of my brush on 10%. Or you can make a directly 100% first. Okay, but it is coming too dark. है ना? So we can change the blending mode little bit more. Okay. But now when light is coming here, it should make a dark here and lighter here. So I will reduce the brush. I will go to the brush again. I will 100 na. First I will make it till here. Actually till here it should not come a reflection, but I will try to reduce it. Here. Okay, now to reduce it. Okay. So now I'll reduce it much more. So now it's a straight. So that's why it will have a little bit pointed light. And because we tell a light travels in a straight line. So that scientific reason you should keep in mind. And I will reduce this also a little bit. Yeah. So now you can see the lighting here, which is giving you a realistic feel. Now the same lighting here also it is there. The same trick you have to follow at the top also. But here again and again you don't need to make a masking. Already we have a masking area. In this masking only you can create a reflection. So actually here light is in this direction and in front direction. So it should have a reflection here. 1 second, I will just reduce it. Yeah. Okay, now it will be a little bit challenging for you all to work on this type of images. But if you will give a little bit timing and you will understand the thing, na? Yeah. So this light reflection, I want to see it here. I can make it like this something. So this light will pass till here also. Here it will not come because it's coming little bit at the upstairs. So that's why. Now here also lighting is too hard. So I'll reduce the lighting area, softness. Until bottom it should be not visible. Okay. So now after getting this, now here also it is there. So I want to create a new layers, brush. So reduce here also. Sorry, here it will not come. This direction. Okay. So now here we have here see here we have created here it will look dark. Why it will look dark? Because it is far away. So it will look a dark color here for us. Hmm? But here it will not be that much dark. It will blend with this area. Okay. After getting it now I want to create a this particular light direction. When light is in this direction means it will come into the front area also. So to make it into the front area, you can create a gap from here to till here. but it will come with the low. What? Yeah. Yeah. And here what you have to do, here it will be shadow because it's a wall. Not a wall, but it's this particular thing has a shadow area. Here also it will create a shadow. Now here also it's a wall, so here also you have to create a shadow. But lightly, yeah, lightly it will spread because to make it balance. And here also you can see the walls at the bottom. Here is also there is a shadow. So actually, this wall we have to put something like this, that is one option. We have to do it. Suppose you have a brick wall, then there it doesn't require this type of thing. Okay. But if you want to, ignore it, we can ignore that thing. The thing is, you have to understand the way that where the shadow is coming and how the lighting is affecting. Now here it is a cycle. So your cycle will be in the bright color because the light is reflecting, it will look like a yellow color properly. So now you have to cut the cycle also and you have to keep it in another layer. So first, now we will not concentrate on the cycle part. We'll just concentrate on the lighting because now we have to use this rods also to make a shadow. Light is coming means that rod will also come with the shadow area. So that thing also we have to make it. So you can make it like this. Okay, little bit I want to reduce it. Yeah. Okay. Now here, after getting this all things, like here also I want to give on the wall. Yeah. 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 Okay. Now after doing this thing, I want to create a shadow of a rods. This rod shadows. So to create this rod shadows, what we can do? So now here actually when you will create a shadow also, one shadow will be at this angle and one shadow will be at this angle, because there are multiple lights. So when you stand in the front of multiple lights, you see a multiple shadows, but that multiple shadows also has a different things, like how it has a different thing means, like which light is near to your body, it will have a hard face, and which light is little bit far away from you, from the object, it will have a soft lighting, and which light is near, it will create a big shadow, and which light is little bit far away, it will create a small shadow. So these all things are like observation thing. You have to understand the thing and you have to make it. So like now I'm planning to make first for this light. So which is at the top. Now it's the top light. So it will create a small shadow. It will not create a big shadow, because when your top light is there, it is coming like this and it is making your image smaller. When the same light is at the same direction, it will create a long. है ना? I'll add a feather. One, create a new layer. Little bit more shadow, I would think so. I can add it. Feather. Two. हाँ, टायर का भी आएगा। टायर का अपन बाद में बनाएंगे, इसके ऊपर टायर का बनाएंगे। पहले अपन ये बना लेंगे, फिर इसके ऊपर टायर का बनाएंगे, क्योंकि मेरे को शैडो पूरा साइकिल का बनाना पड़ेगा। इसलिए तो अपन एक एक शैडो बनाते आएंगे ना, भले लेयर्स बढ़ेंगे, बट एक चीज क्या रहेगा, थोड़ा हमको क्लियरिटी रहेगा, ओके इसका शैडो बन गया, इसका शैडो बनाना है, तो वो क्लियरिटी अपने को आता रहेगा। अभी ये वाला थोड़ा मैं लंबा बनाऊंगा। क्यों लंबा बना रहा हूँ? क्योंकि इट्स नियर टू द लाइट। ओके, इट्स एट द टॉप एंगल बट इट इज नियर टू द लाइट ऑल्सो। Here also shadow, feather, two, and according to the light direction, it will change the direction also, है ना? क्या? उस जो लाइट से दूर है, नहीं, अभी ये नाइट टाइम है ना। डे टाइम में रहेगा तो लंबा बनता, नाइट टाइम में क्या हो जाएगा, वो ब्लेंड हो जाएगा अपना एनवायरनमेंट के साथ, तो उतना वो दिखेगा नहीं। और ऊपर से क्या है कि ये जो लाइट ऊपर है, तो जब ऊपर से कोई चीज, ऊपर की जो लाइट आती है ना, छोटा शैडो बनाता है। जो हमारा ऑब्जेक्ट का साइज से बड़ा रहेगा ना, अगर तुम इवन तुम प्रैक्टिकली करके देखो, एक लाइट लो, ऑब्जेक्ट रखो, टॉप एंगल से लाइट मारो, तो चीज है ना छोटा, क्योंकि उसका जो लाइटिंग का जो कवरिंग का स्पेस रहता है ना, कम हो जाता है। और वही लाइट को मैं जैसे धीरे धीरे नीचे लेता हूँ ना, तो बड़ा 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 होते जाएगा, बट एक एंड ऑफ द टाइम वो एक डायमेंशन हो जाएगा, जैसे ही फिर नीचे लेके जाएंगे तो वापस से छोटा होते जाएगा। ये चीज होता है, कभी भी ये नोटिस करना, इवन प्रैक्टिकली करोगे तो तुमको समझ में आएगा कि होता कैसे। हाँ, हाँ, ये चीज अभी अपन जब काम करते हैं ना, तो हमको है ना उस तरह से सोचना पड़ता है हर एक चीज को। हमको इधर फिजिक्स को ऐड करना पड़ता है, साइंस को ऐड करना पड़ता है, हर चीज को ऐड करना पड़ता है, तब जाके हमारा चीज बनता है, क्योंकि वी आर ट्राइंग टू मेक इट realistic, so we can't compromise with the small things that, or it is missing, how I can cover, so you have to cover it compulsory. Yeah? So like I have made it clear, Now I will blend this area also. So to blend it, okay. So I'll just reduce the opacity. And now I want to create the cycle also. So I will cut out the cycles from the original because like these two cycles are going to be much more visible properly. ये जो आगे का दो cycles है ना, it will be have a clear image and the backside like it will have a little bit less clarity because it's little bit far away from our angle. है ना? So now do one thing first. Today try till here. Okay. In the next class we will do it on the cycle so that I will till that time I will cut out the cycle and I will keep it ready all the sources. We'll just apply it faster. है ना? So now for today what you all do just try till here. Take a image. Don't take a same image. Take a image. Just have observation with the things. Okay, what things are there, how it is there, and then start it. Okay, so for today your assignment is till tomorrow you have to make a lighting, proper lighting. Just go with the lighting, don't make shadows, don't make anything, just go with the lighting, and in the next class we will see the shadow making. Okay, so that's all for today.